everyone, welcome back to the kitchen, and today for our Easter table we're going to be making Rick's picnic beans. We've shared this with you before in a video about 8 years ago, and it still today continues to be a family favorite. We decided to go ahead and update the video because, you know, tried and true is ageless and timeless. So I can't wait to show you how this all comes together. Years ago, we posted a video of Rick's picnic beans, and we call them that because these are perfect to take to any potluck, picnic, barbecue, and we almost always have them every Thanksgiving and every Easter. And because this is Easter week, we couldn't think of a better time to remake this video and bring it more up to date and have it better quality for you, so here we are. Rick's beans are delicious and they're a family favorite. He brought this recipe with him, and of course he's standing right here behind the camera, so he brought this recipe with him. We always use pre-made baked beans, but we always have a favorite brand, and that's what we're using today. We have two 28-ounce cans of country-style Bush's baked beans, and we add to that very simple ingredients. We add about a half a cup of brown sugar, and an entire pound of rendered bacon. I do not drain this. If your bacon is extremely greasy, then I recommend that you drain it. But what you see in the bowl is exactly how it came out of the pan. It didn't render hardly any grease at all.
I gotta say, this is actually the way my mom used to make them.
Well, there you go. And if you like or prefer, you can sub out the brown sugar for molasses. We have done that in the past. Or you can use half and half. And make sure that if you're going to increase this, then you add a commensurate amount of sweetener, because it really does make a difference. Now these go in a slow cooker and they cook until they're nice and thick. They're not soupy. And that's one of the reasons people love these beans, because they're nice and thick and they're just delicious and they're not soupy and they don't totally run all over the plate. Mm-hmm. Now, we have made these for a crowd. Like, we have put 2 number 10 cans of baked beans, these just the regular old Bush's baked beans that come in a number 10 can, and we have doctored them up with like 2 pounds of bacon and lots of brown sugar, and they always come out perfect every single time, and people love them. These are definitely a crowd pleaser, and like I said, a family favorite. Without further ado, I just have a small slow cooker here. You guys have more than one slow cooker, because I have like 4 of them, different sizes. It just depends on what we're doing. And like I said, these are 2 28-ounce cans. They also make a large, I think they make a 60-ounce can, and they make a number 10 can. So you use what you think is best for your needs, and then you can adjust the other ingredients. In goes our bacon.
Is that a whole pound? This
is a whole pound of Niece's bacon, and this I just cooked in a skillet. I cut it up first into little pieces, and I threw it in a hot skillet, and I just cooked it really slow until it was crispy. And there goes our brown sugar. Give that a stir. And my idea this week, because we're leading up to Easter, is just kind of keeping it budget friendly but delicious and traditional. So these are going to go alongside our chipotle brown sugar apricot glazed ham and my mom's pineapple bake and some green beans, and that's going to be our dinner. I'm making this a week in advance of Easter because, you know, we do this for you guys. So into the slow cooker, I'm going to set it on low. We're going to let this go for a few hours, and then we'll be back and we'll show you what they look like. There you have it. Rick's picnic beans are all done. They've been cooking in the crock pot for about 3 hours. They're beautiful, they're thick, they're steamy, and they're ready to enjoy. These, I kid you not, these are the best leftover. They get better with time, and if you get any leftovers, because I have been known to take over a gallon of these to a church function and not have a spoonful left to bring home with us. Isn't that right? We make these for Thanksgiving, we make them for Easter, and we make them in between in smaller batches. But when you know, for holidays and for church events, we go big time. These are super delicious, super easy. They don't break the budget, and everybody enjoys them. So you can see how thick and beautiful they are. You can see the big pieces of bacon that are in there. And Rick wanted me to remember to mention that if you get to a point where it's been in the crock pot for a while, sometimes crock pots cook differently or slow cookers cook differently, and some of them create a lot of condensation. So if you find that your beans are a little bit soupier than you'd like, just kind of offset the lid a little bit or put a wooden spoon in there and keep it on high for about an hour and let some of that liquid cook off and reduce your beans, and they'll be perfect. You ready to taste them? Even though you know what they're going to taste like. Yeah. But they're going to be perfect. They're thick and delicious, just as they should be. I really want you to get that bacon crispy when you're rendering it in the pan, and it could take you up to a half an hour to get it nice and crisp. You don't want to cook it too fast. You want to cook it over nice medium-high heat and just stir it occasionally. And then when you think it's never going to get crisp, it will start to crisp up. And then you can either drain it or you can just pour it right into the crock pot and it'll be perfect. So flavorful, nice and smoky, great bacon flavor, great sweetness, and they're just really perfect baked beans.
They really are.
So that's how you make them. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you'll consider including these in your Easter menu. And if you loved today's video, please give us a thumbs up. If you're new to my kitchen and you wandered on over looking for Easter dinner ideas or otherwise, welcome. Always a pleasure to have new friends join me. Be sure and hit the subscribe button. And as always, if you're a tried and true member of the Noreen's Kitchen family, be sure and hit the bell notification button so that you get a push notification on your smart device or a message in your inbox notifying you every time we upload a new video, because we don't want you to miss out on all the real food for real people, real easy recipes that we present all the time right here on our YouTube channel and straight from our kitchen. I hope that you give Rick's picnic beans a try sometime soon, and I hope you love them. And until next time, I'll see ya.